Welcome to tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Good evening, Bahamas. I'm Untitled Chapter. Let's take a look at what's making business news today. Grand Bahama Power Company officials planning to develop a fuel hedging policy that can be used to either partially or fully lock in the price of the fuel supply, which will help stabilize the fuel surcharge of Grand Bahama Power Company customers. Grand Bahama Power's president and CEO, Sarah McDonald, revealed plans for the new program at the ICD Utilities annual general meeting Tuesday. This will mean GBPC's fuel purchases will be based on an average of prices over time instead of one price in a given month. The hedging program will not reduce the long-term price of Grand Bahama Power's fuel oil, but rather reduce the market volatility in what it pays for oil and what its customers pay for electricity. Commonwealth Bank Limited reported a net income of $8.5 million for the third quarter of the year, dropping by 33% or $4.2 million for the same quarter last year. Key highlights include net interest income was at $29.1 million. The bank's net interest margin remained consistent at 70% over the last 4 quarters. Loan impairment expense of $9.1 million jumped significantly, more than doubling the $3.7 million recorded in the comparative quarter of 2010 and half of the total amount recorded by the bank last year. With economic weakness expected to continue for at least the next year, Commonwealth Bank must focus on the management of its non-performing loan book as well as control of its non-interest expenses, as these will be the key determinators of the bank's bottom line during the remainder of 2011 and the year 2012. And this note from the Ministry of Finance: the Business License Valuation Office will be closed half-day this Friday, November 18th, and reopen on Monday, November 21st at its new office at Charlotte House, located on Charlotte and Shirley Streets. From the international business scene, European Commission President Jose Manuel Barroso warned that the Eurozone faces a systemic crisis that needs deeper integration to resolve. His comments came as figures showed Eurozone inflation was stable at 3%. And in regional business, the United Kingdom government has asked the Cayman Islands government to sign a mutually agreed framework for fiscal responsibility. However, the Cayman Islands has opted not to sign because Cayman Islands Premier Makiva Bush said such an agreement has the potential to impact not only the government's financial policy making, but the territory's broader economic status and the government's overall performance in terms of good governance. Remember, you can send us an email or join us on www.znsbahamas.com or become our friend on ZNS's official Facebook page. And that does it for tonight's edition of the Business Beat, sponsored by Royal Fidelity. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Altaviz Munnings.